Many people turn to tarot to get little glimpses of the future, for entertainment, for insight, and some even use it for guidance. But I'd like to talk about how it can affect your energy, how it affects your mind, and how it can even affect your future if it's not used correctly. My name's Aliki. I'm here to help you upgrade your energy, and in this video, I'm going to talk all about tarot readings and the energy associated with tarot. It's only natural that we want guarantees. We look for guarantees of what is to come because it makes us feel safe and secure. And who doesn't want to feel safe and secure? But no one can come to you and tell you, this is your future. Yes, there are certain main events that are set to happen. In each of our lives, there are certain huge events, and those are the only sure things. Everything else you attract. Everything else comes from within you, from your beliefs, from the energy deep within your heart, your core, and what it is you are thinking, what it is you are attracting. One of the main problems with tarot is that they can be very addictive. You watch one, you hear little things that resonate, and you say, oh, this is fun. Oh, this is true. And perhaps one or two things actually come true, and you say, oh, this person knows what they're talking about. I'm going to watch another and another and another. And what happens is you start putting your future into someone else's hands. You start putting what it is that's going to happen into someone else telling you. And by doing this, you disempower yourself. Now, when someone comes along and you start to listen to what it is that they are predicting about your future or even the collective future, and they start to predict things, and you start to believe in that fully and wholly, not just gaining guidance, not just as a form of entertainment, but allowing them to tell you what your future holds. Many people who are tarot readers have this incredible inner power. They have this inner energy that they emit with the words that are spoken, that they emit from their heart and core. And by doing so, when there's a series of possible events and they focus on the one, they give that more strength to happen. And if your focus also goes to that one, you also give it strength. And you could say, why then do not all the things that they predict come true if they give it strength and I gave it strength? And this is because it's not the best possible outcome for everyone. And when it's not the best possible outcome and something else was truly meant to be, that meant to be outcome gets put on hold, and you start to find yourself being in the energy of waiting for things to happen, waiting for people to come, waiting for change to suddenly come upon you. And less action starts being taken. You start doubting your choices. You start doubting your decisions. You start doubting what it is that you believe is to come, what your inner voice is telling you. And when this happens, and over time, you start to doubt yourself more and more, and you start to lose more and more of your confidence. Now, this doesn't happen with all readings. It doesn't happen with all tarot readers, because there are many who are truly gifted that actually do not put energy in what is to come and offer a more general reading. Offer it as a possibility and ask you to see what it is that resonates with you. What is it that you feel is correct? And many times this can be a helpful tool, because by hearing what resonates, you get this insight from within you and you say, this is something worth thinking about. This is something worth exploring more from within me. And you start to look at the energy from within you. And when you do it in this way, it can be truly beneficial. But if you don't do it in this way, you don't listen to what resonates, you don't look at the energy from within, and you just start to blindly hope and follow, then you actually trap your energy, you trap yourself, and you get stuck. You get stuck by being focused on the future. Einstein himself said, I never think of the future, it comes soon enough. And the main key in this is by focusing on the future, You're not in the here and now. Let's say that all of time exists simultaneously. Let's say that the past, the present, and the future are all here, are all now. And if we take this to be true, then events have already been set in the future. And there are experiments that have actually shown that the future many times is what affects the past, and not the past always affecting the future. So if we take it that you believing that a certain future event is sure to come, and you start expecting it and waiting for it because you heard about it in a tarot reading, and you're expecting it and looking for it, several things come into play here. First of all, let's say that this is not only the only possible event that could happen, but there are a series of possible events. Maybe not 100 possible events. Let's say that there are 3. And if you focus on the one that you were told about, and also the tarot reader put their energy into the one that they mentioned, and by speaking it out loud and focusing on this, their energy also strengthened this possibility. Now we have 2 people strengthening that one possibility, which means it starts to strengthen more than the others. And it doesn't necessarily mean that this is the one that is the most desirable for you or the most beneficial for you. It's just the one that you were told about and the one that you're focusing on and expecting to come true. So by focusing on this, what happens is it starts to stand out from the rest. And you also go into this mode of waiting. Now, I'm sure you know that when we move into the energy of waiting and expecting or looking for something to happen, we start to see clues, we start to see things, because what we focus on and what we look for is what will pop out towards us from our environment, and also is what we attract. If you start finding yourself waiting for things to happen, waiting for someone to turn up, waiting for things to suddenly change, then you'll just get stuck in that energy of waiting, and you'll have trapped yourself because you're not allowing things to flow. Energetically, no one can come up to you and trap you energetically, trap your energy without you allowing for it to happen, without you actually trapping yourself. The way people trap you is by getting you to trap yourself, getting you to believe things, getting you to hope in things that aren't true, that aren't there. By you going into waiting mode, you also block other things that may have been more probable, other things that were set to come into the flow and come into your life. And by you waiting for that one thing, you block them. And maybe you don't block them forever, but you put them on hold, which means you delay things that you were attracting into your life. You delay things that were part of the natural flow to come there. You could be waiting and waiting and waiting and saying, why doesn't it happen? It feels right, but why isn't it happening? Why isn't it coming into my life? And it's because it wasn't meant to. It's not the best possible outcome for you, and it's not going to happen while the other thing is on hold. When you believe, when you trust, when you have confidence in you, when you actually know that you can attract what you want in your life, when you believe that you are creating your life through your beliefs, through your focus, through the energy that you have within you, then you would never ever allow someone to come to you and tell you your future and believe in it. The words that we speak and that we allow to resonate within us, to be heard by our cells, our fibers, our body, our existence, it has this vibration, this frequency that is heard both within you and around you. And this has a power to itself. They say to be consciously aware of what it is you are saying. They say to be consciously aware of what it is that you say about yourself, what it is that you express out into the world. When you allow other people to speak your future to you, to speak what is to come. You disempower yourself. You allow their energy to affect yours. You allow their energy to affect your mind, your body, and your life itself. Become aware and more aware of how it is that you are affecting your life, what it is that you are allowing into your life. No one can come up to you and say, hey, I'm going to tell you your future, and you will sit and listen to me, and you will allow it to resonate within you and to be heard deep within you. You could be told the future and just say, oh, this is interesting, this is entertaining, but not give it too much strength, not focus, and allow it to be heard within you. It all has to do with how it is that you hear the energy. If you're hearing it from a place of power from within you, and you're standing in your heart and your core and just getting the knowledge, getting the guidance, getting that insight, and seeing from the information that comes forward from within you, how does you choose to move forward? Or if you're allowing someone to predict your future, to make your decisions for you, and you're allowing yourself to be disempowered in this way. Notice what it is that you're doing. Make the shifts, make the changes. Let me know in the comments what your own experiences are with tarot readings, how it is that you feel about them. I'm very curious to find out. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, like and subscribe.